So let's jump over to the slides for this week. So Damien's done his usual amazing job, Lipdots, for going through the data breakdown. This time we're talking about regions. And so we're looking at 115 decks total from Europe, 90 from USA, 60 from Asia, and 30 decks from multiple locations and Brazil. Brazil is being called out here as our only South American country this time.
Ooh. Interesting.
So, I'll be honest, Amber Control and Expected Amber isn't that hugely different. Creature Control is all fairly same until we get to efficiency. And suddenly, efficiency is significantly higher in multi countries and Brazil. And that's at the cost of recursion and disruption. I mean,
what I'm finding interesting here is if you look at Expected Amber and Amber Control, the USA tips out both of them and Creature Control.
only just.
But then has the lowest by a fair amount compared to Asia in efficiencies. It looks like they're going for more rushy control decks where you're just playing the hand you've got, and then other countries, especially the multi/Brazil, are going for more deck cycling ones. It comes down to personal playstyle.
Yeah. So, moving on to the houses here. Do we not have another slide for that? Okay, we don't have another slide for that. Moving to the houses here. Here you can see again, this making sense that Logos is so much more present in the multi in Brazil, as are Shadows. Now, Logos is the efficiency house. Let's be clear here. Not saying the other houses don't have some aspects, but Logos is designed around efficiency.
Yeah.
But we're seeing Dis taking a massive tumble for multi in Brazil. But
which kind of makes sense. This isn't the most efficient in house, but it's the best at disrupting your opponent's efficiency.
That is true. And
Yeah,
pardon me. I'm
it's
sorry.
only Tuesday, but we're both still knackered from the weekend.
Yeah, we're old.
Can't take it out of you.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the rest of this, I mean, yeah, they're not. It's not a flat line across them, but there's not that huge differences. I mean, Logos is higher for Europe, and Asia is higher for Sanctum, and USA is higher for Shadows. Actually, but not really, because that's lower than. I would say there's not.
The most interesting one for me is Logos, which sort of has that huge dip in USA and Asia, and Star Alliance, which just goes straight down.
Yeah, so Star Alliance in USA is very popular, but not as popular anywhere else. I mean, it's in Europe, but not to the same degree. I mean, it's very.
We haven't yet, Mr. von Matterhorn. We have not done the wheel yet.
We will do that after this quiz. So moving on, common cards in regions. Wild Wormhole, most common card in Europe. Now, as Brett and I discussed last week or the week before, that's not generally seen in competitive decks simply because it's the randomness that it adds in. That being said, it's an awesome card and very present.
Well, that being said, that you'd probably put it into more lower SAS decks. Just helps with the cycling. It is a very efficient card.
Yep.
It's just look at it, it's very interesting that in the multi, which had the highest efficiency, Wild Worm is the most common, but it's only at 13.
They only had 30 decks though, bearing in mind.
Oh, that's true.
So I mean, they had 115 decks in Europe. So 1 in 4 decks had a Wild Wormhole, assuming an average. Where actually it's like 30, over 30, nearly 40% of decks have a Wild Wormhole in multi.
And USA have got a lot more control aspects. I mean, you're looking at just 3 houses for all this.
But
it's really interesting to see.
It's lack of Logos in USA completely and fairly little in Asia, but yet Niflapes there.
The 18 bad pennies are just like they must immediately just get thrown in the bin.
Yeah, I mean. So moving forward, the uncommon and rare cards in region. So Nature's Cool, Europe and Asia doesn't surprise me. Too Much Protect doesn't surprise me. Hidden Stash with Too Much Protect again, not too surprising.
The fact that Too Much Protect didn't make the top cut in Europe is quite interesting because it's the top in every other region.
Well, it's at least the top 2 for every other region,
yeah.
Yes. But then look at the rare. Fuzzy Gruin, so Europe was worried about artifact control. USA had Redacted at 5, which is a great card.
Yeah, Now, is Nifflecon counting 2 cards, or is that the actual amount of Nifflecons?
Every other time it's counted as that would be 3 Nifflecons, I imagine.
That's only 3 Nifflecons. That's not. Yeah, if it was, I guess if it was 6 Nifflecons, it would also be 6 its comings.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. And then you have Playgrats multi. So there's 2
Yeah, but
Playgrats
that's one
decks.
deck.
Yeah,
That's one.
Yeah.
Is it 2?
there's the USA top one as well,
Okay.
and multi top.
And second in Europe.
I missed that one. Yes, so there's 3 Playgrat decks, potentially
And then
5.
a Marwolf
But...
deck from Asia.
Yeah, I still never really seen Morwolf be able to be pulled off yet. Playrack, I have.
I've pulled off Marwolf at the UKGC sealed after the main event, but that's only because it was a god awful deck, and once again I was up against Stuart Green, who has the worst luck against me in sealed, and I got a Brobnar Valoon Calf in a Worlds Collide deck that had a Legacy Duskwitch.
Oh god.
So drop the Legacy Duskwitch. My Marwolf comes in ready. Reap, play Marwolf. They both come in ready. It is dumb.
That's just not right.
It is dumb.
So let's go for the quiz then.
I was going to speak. Have you got the overlay actually set up? Because the last couple of times the stream download hasn't actually had the overlay.
Let me just check. So it should be there. So let's give it a try. Kick it off, and I'll tell you if it's going to be there.
If it's not, we will sort out for next week because there's no point messing about it. Now that's what I double check. Yeah.